Good evening. We ask that you please silence all cell phones and electronic devices. At this time, please stand for the processional. Be seated. Graduates, families, and honored guests, welcome to North Iowa Area Community College Education to Employment Graduation Ceremony. Today's graduation is a significant occasion, a day to celebrate the hard work, perseverance, and achievements of the graduates. Today is not an ending. It is a tremendous beginning, the beginning of something new. Some of you will pursue further education and some a new career. This will come with great opportunities, rewards, and challenges, much like your educational journey. Unlike the skills and knowledge you've gained here at NIACC and all of your endeavors, remember to ask questions, seek more knowledge, and embrace growth. You have found your future here at NIACC. And now I'd like to introduce those joining me on the stage. Patty Hansen, Vice President of Continuing Education and Economic Development. Sarah Cook, Director of Workforce Strategy, Innovation, and Outreach. Molly Andrig, Director of Education to Employment. Andrea Mujica, Assistant Director of Institutional Advancement. Dr. Rachel McGuire, Vice President of Student Development and Success. Sarah, will you please provide the invocation?
As we gather on this momentous day, let us reflect and express gratitude for the collective journey you've undertaken. May the strength you've found within yourself and the knowledge you've acquired and the bonds you've formed be a guiding light in the chapters that lie ahead. May the road be filled with curiosity, compassion, and continuous discovery. We are all here as a celebration of your achievements and endless possibilities awaiting each of you. And now I would like to introduce the NIACC Workforce Academy speaker. Our first speaker, Ellie Wagner, recently completed NIACC's Phlebotomy Workforce Academy and is currently enrolled in the Medical Assistant Diploma Program with plans to pursue her RN in the future. After taking time away from college, Ellie returned to school and discovered a passion for healthcare through phlebotomy. Ellie is excited to begin a patient-focused career dedicated to helping others. Due to inclement weather, Ellie wasn't able to join us tonight. Here to present on her behalf is Amanda Andrews, Health Program Manager.
Good evening, everybody. Can you hear me okay? So like Sarah said, I'm Amanda Andrews. I'm the Health Education Programmer here at NIACC, and it really is an honor for me to speak on behalf of Ellie. But I just need a moment to just take this in for a second. That music always chokes me up a little bit, so I just need a moment, but this is exciting. So, on Ellie's behalf, hello everyone. Thank you all for being here tonight. My fellow graduates and I really appreciate you all being here to celebrate these accomplishments with us. My name is Ellie Wagner. I am from St. Ansgar, Iowa, and I'm a freshman here at NIACC. I have just finished the phlebotomy program, which included a 9-week classroom and online learning portion, followed by 100 hours of clinical experience. I'm also currently part of the medical assistant program here at NIACC. I'm also hoping to continue my education here in the nursing program to get my RN degree. But we are seeing how this semester goes first. A little backstory about myself is that this is not my first go-around with college. After graduating high school in 2022, I attended a small private school majoring in office administration. However, at the time I realized that the school was not the right fit for me and I needed a break from being a student. I was only planning on taking one gap year to work and save money and really decide what I wanted to do with my life. But one gap year turned into 3. And as much as I love my current job at our small town vet clinic working as a veterinarian's assistant, this past year I realized it was time for me to go back to school. The road getting here took a little longer than I'd hoped, and the phlebotomy class got postponed from February to September, but the important thing is it got here and I passed the class. I won't lie to you, being a phlebotomist was never of interest to me. It was a career that I didn't even know existed until about 5 years ago. But I am so grateful I discovered it. Going through the phlebotomy program here really opened my eyes to the healthcare field. I never saw myself working in healthcare. If you would have asked me when I was younger what I wanted to be when I grew up, I would have told you anything from a cosmetologist to a teacher to working in the agricultural field, but not in healthcare. This program has opened many doors for me, such as putting me ahead in my MA studies. I've already been offered a job and have been recommended for another. This has all helped me see that healthcare is the path for me. I want to help make a difference. I want to be a friendly face that is remembered by patients when they come to the clinic or hospital. I want to be someone to help calm the nerves that follow a lot of patients to their appointments. Most of all, I want to help in any way I can, and I believe that this is the start of accomplishing all these goals. I just want to give a special thanks to the lovely staff here at NIACC. You have all been so helpful. Whenever I have a question, there's always someone to either answer it or point me in the direction needed. But just be ready, because I'm sure there will be more eventually. And a special thanks to my family, who have all encouraged and supported me with my decision of going back to school. Specifically my mom, who I used to pester with all my school-related questions, and her response usually was, "I don't know, Ellie, you should go see someone at NIACC." I am sure she is able to be free of all the school-related questions, but now I get to annoy her with my adulting questions. So if by chance there is anyone here tonight who's maybe wrestling with the idea of going back to school later in life, my advice would be to just do it. Get started, follow the goal, ask the questions, because if you don't ask, you won't get answers. And again, thank you all for being here tonight, and congratulations to my fellow graduates. I hope finishing your program here at NIACC helps you accomplish all your future life goals. Thank you.
Thank you, Amanda, and thank you, Ellie. And now I invite Molly Andrig to the podium to introduce our next speaker.
Hello, everyone. We have kind of an exciting speaker tonight. We had a volunteer during our rehearsal. So we are going to hear from Cassidy Withers. Cassidy, will you please join me here on stage? Cassidy is a high school equivalency graduate. She's from Alexander, Iowa. She was a fast track student, and she finished this past July. And as I said, she prepared her speech and volunteered tonight. So thank you, Cassidy.
Okay. Can you guys hear me? Yep. Okay. I'd like to share a quote from my favorite TV series. But what I do have is a GED and a give 'em hell attitude, and I'll figure it out, which I believe sums me up quite well. I'd also like to share some advice I've learned from this experience and what pushed me towards it. You are the only one who knows what you're capable of. No one else can tell you what you can achieve. And the more you achieve, the more capable you become. I was constantly met with people back in high school telling me what I can and cannot do. And because I had failed to push back, I ended up dropping out. I didn't give up though, and I found the HiSET program myself. And because I believed in myself, I ended up fast tracking, and now I'm here with a diploma and give 'em hell attitude.
That's awesome. Thank you, Cassidy, for sharing your thoughts with us tonight. Our next high school equivalency speaker is Weston Giles from Hampton. Weston was also a fast track student who completed the program in a matter of weeks in September 2025. His goal was to earn his diploma in order to pursue a career. Now his new goal is to become a wind technician and travel the world. The high school equivalency program is designed to help individuals who left high school for any reason prior to earning a diploma. Graduates complete the HiSET exam, which consists of reading, writing, math, science, and social studies. On average, it takes most students 3 to 6 months to earn their diploma, and it is not easy. Weston did it a little faster. Okay, Weston.
Hello, My name is Weston Giles, and I want to start this off by giving a huge thank you to everybody who showed up, and another big thank you to Miss Vicky over there. She is a lot of the reason I was able to get into this course. She believed in me. Thank you, Vicky. So, as you can probably imagine, because I'm standing up on this stage right now, high school was not my thing. I always got decent grades, but it always kind of bored me, and I felt like I was sitting in classrooms learning things that I already kind of knew. And it became a bigger problem for me once I got to high school, because, just being in high school, you see other high schoolers going out and getting construction jobs or getting, just decent jobs to where they're making good money, and you're sitting there in high school kind of like, what am I doing here? And I realized that if I didn't go to high school, I could spend all that extra time working. So against everybody's better judgment and my own, I dropped out of high school. I went through maybe 10 jobs in the span of 2 years, maxing out at about $14 an hour, which anybody who works for a living knows that's not a lot of money. And but everywhere I went, there was always, a higher up or somebody that I looked up to always telling me, you need to go back to school. It's one of the most important things, even though you think about it as just a little piece of paper, that little piece of paper means so much to your future and so much to what you can actually, it opens so many more doors. So after, 2 years of hearing this, I finally decided to open the door back up to my education. Admittedly, there was a few failed attempts trying to get into, online school and alternative school and everything, but I have a friend, Alex Winslow, who wasn't able to be here tonight, but he did the HSC program, and he got me in contact with Vicky, and within a week of meeting her and hearing about the HSC program, I was hooked and I was ready to get it done. And then within a month or two of starting it, I was already done with it, already had my diploma, and now I'm 2 weeks away from starting a course that's going to certify me to be a windmill technician, and I'm going to go make, $2,000-$3,000 a week. So I just want to say, none of this would have been possible without my ambition to succeed and the wonderful program offered by NIACC. So I never got to have a high school yearbook quote, so here it goes. I am proof that no matter what hand you've been dealt, you can always pull out a win. Thank you.
Thank you, Weston. Tonight we have the pleasure of hearing from Dr. Rachel McGuire, a passionate advocate for education and lifelong learning. With a strong belief in the power of determination and hard work, Rachel has dedicated her life to inspiring others to pursue their dreams no matter the challenges they face. Growing up in Northwest Iowa, she had never heard of NIACC until a coach reached out to recruit her for basketball and softball. That call transformed her life. She will share her journey and explain how sometimes it's essential to heed a different voice and take a new path. Since then, she has become a mentor, guiding countless students along their educational journeys. Dr. McGuire is excited to share insights on resilience, motivation, and the importance of setting goals, reminding our graduates that their future is bright and full of possibilities. Please help me welcome my friend, Dr. Rachel McGuire.
Well, thank you, Molly, for asking me to speak tonight. I'm honored to spend the evening with you and celebrate your accomplishments. Like they said, my name is Dr. Rachel McGuire. I am a NIACC graduate myself. I was not going to go to college. So I am from a small town in Northwest Iowa, and I'm going to tell you a little bit of my story, but I was the kid that had no dreams of going to college. My parents didn't go to college, so we just didn't talk about it in the house. And so I'll give you a little bit more about myself here in a minute. But You're probably wondering, so why is she talking then? I have no idea. I don't know why they asked me to talk, but I've got a story and I'm going to tell it, so please just sit back and listen. But first I want to see, I'm looking at this group of graduates and you guys all look wonderful, but you look young. So tell me, raise your hand, who's in their teens and 20s? Oh, okay, that's kind of what I figured. 30s? 40s? How about we just call the next category gray? Everybody else in the audience back here? Okay, we're gray. So I'm in my 50s. So I learned to type on the old manual typewriter. Tick, 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 ding, tick, 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 ding. Can anybody remember? You guys don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, okay, we do have a couple. There's a few in the front going, what is she talking about here? But I also came from the time that my cell phone was in a black bag the size of a small pizza box, and it still had the cord attached to the receiver part that you talk into. So just as I talk about my guidance counselors and that, I thought it was important that you kind of know what generation I was in, because things are definitely different. So I'm going to take you back to 6th grade. Small town, teachers know your family, teachers know your siblings, they know everything, and teachers talk in the teacher's lounge. My dad was a farmer, my mom was the farm wife. We had acres of land, we had crops, we had sheep, we had a huge hog confinement, and so my parents worked hard. My dad, with my grandpa, farmed along with a lot of different hired hands, and my mom made sure that everybody was fed a morning snack, lunch, afternoon snack, and supper. That was her job of raising kids and taking care of the men, as we used to say. She worked hard. My mom dusted and vacuumed the house every other day. I still think, who does that? But she did. That's what she did. So before I tell you more here, I want to ask you a question, and you don't have to raise your hand or anything, but think in your head. How many of you have been told something that you're not supposed to do? Think about it for a second. What has somebody told me? An example is, don't touch the stove, right? When it's hot, you're gonna burn yourself. Those are safety things. Don't light a firecracker in the house. Safety things, right? So we need to know that. And let me just say, it was in the entryway. It wasn't in the house. But now ask yourself, did someone indirectly tell you something that you really didn't think about? But things like indirectly, are you sure you want to do that? Are you really capable of that? Those types of things. And my last question, how many of you have told yourself that you can't do something? I'm not smart enough. I'm not good enough. Those are things that people say and things that we say in our head that can get in your way. So now that I am older, I realize that people were giving me those types of things, and I'm not like Cassidy. I didn't have that go-to-it attitude. I was like, okay, whatever, I'll do what you say. But I was in 6th grade, I was loving life, I was playing some sports, and I had a math test, and it was a 6th grade teacher that she laid it down in front of me, and she said, you're nothing like your older sister. And I was like, no, she's different, I didn't get it. And at the time, I didn't think about it, but as I go back now as an adult, I remember every time it seemed like this teacher had some type of results or something that she needed to talk to me about, it was that I wasn't doing well enough in her eyes. I wasn't good enough. And many times she referred to my sister, who was a straight A student. I was winning in free throw contest. She wasn't. She was winning math bees and spelling bees. I was winning the hop, skip, and jump contest. I didn't care that I wasn't getting my math done or doing what I needed to do. But indirectly, she was saying, you're not smart enough. So the next time I really remember it was in 8th grade. And we started to pick out our high school courses. And the people that I worked with said, you're not college material. So you need to just go in and take other classes. You're not going to take any college prep classes. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll do that. My 9th grade, and this is where I had to give you a little context, because my 9th grade guidance counselor at the time, when I sat down with him and he said, you need to be a secretary. And I was like, oh, I'd like that. He goes, you have a nice smile. I'm not smart enough, not good enough, but I got a nice smile. So again, fine with me. I'm totally good with that. And I get to my senior year and I have coaches calling and they want me to come play sports at their college because I was doing pretty good in athletics. And I told most of the coaches that called from four-year colleges that I wasn't going to college. I didn't want that opportunity. But a guy called me one night, and this one particular call changed my life, and it was the basketball coach here at NIACC. He told me that he wanted me to come play basketball here, and that the softball coach wanted me to play as well. And of course, I'm thinking, 2 sports? Sweet, I'm ready. And it's only a 2-year college. I can do this for 2 years, no big deal. But I'm gonna get to play my sports. So my mom and I visited. I fell in love with this place. Everyone was so friendly. It didn't cost a lot of money. There was people like Vicky back in the day, same thing. That's what you're gonna find out about NIACC, is that we have a lot of people who care about you and care about what you're doing. And basically, I had to reinvent myself. I had to start over. Now again, you guys are younger than me, but back in my day, you had to call your friends on the phone after 7 p.m. because it was cheaper because of long distance calling. And so we didn't have social media to stay in contact, so I was on my own. I knew the basketball coach and I knew the softball coach. And those people got me connected to who I needed to get connected to. People supported me. When I didn't do well, they'd say, let's sit down and work this out. Let's figure this out. They praised me when I did well, and they kept saying, you can do this. So now I'm after my first year, and my academic advisor says, so, where are you gonna go next year? And I said, well, I'm not college material, I'm not going anywhere. So even after a year of having people support me and be good role models and have success in the classroom, I still thought I wasn't college material. So after that, my advisor helped me and I transferred to the University of Northern Iowa. And when I left here, I said, I am gonna have a job here someday. This is where I wanna be. So I went to UNI, I graduated with my bachelor's degree, and I came back and started working at NIACC. This was my first job out of college, and 30-some years later, I'm still here because I believe in this place. And so graduating from UNI with the highest honors meant that I got good grades. So finally, I'm thinking, well, maybe I can do this. Which, by the way, we cleaned out my parents' house recently because they moved into the nursing home, and I found my report cards. And I thought, I'm gonna sit down and look at them. How bad of a student was I? I did not have one D or F on my report cards. I had a few C's, but mostly B's. And you're telling me I'm not smart enough? I'm not smart as my sister who's straight A's? It just overwhelms me. So anyway, I had a great vice president when I started here. She told me I had everything I needed to be a good vice president, but I had to get more education. So again, I thought, okay, I'm gonna do this because I trust this person and she's telling me I can do this. So I went to UNI and I got I went to Iowa State and got a master's degree. I graduated and my parents even said, I can't believe the girl that didn't want to go to college has a master's degree. And so I knew that I needed a PhD to be a vice president because that was my goal. I wanted to be the vice president at NIACC. But I wanted a family, so I had to take some time off. Life happens. The timeline sometimes doesn't work, but you know what? My husband and I, we had 4 kids in 8 years. And so I pushed hard, and I'm proud to be a mother, and I love my kids to death, so that when I decided to go back and get my PhD, the highest degree in my field, I missed 3 events in 3 years. I may have sat in some stands and read some homework and did some homework. I may have wrote some papers in the outfield of a baseball game, but I was there for my kids because that was important to me. So I walked across the stage at Iowa State as Dr. Rachel McGuire, the girl who didn't want to go to college. And guess what? Right after graduation, I have my doctorate degree. The vice president of student services at NIACC announced her retirement. And I am thinking, yes, This is great. The timing is perfect. This is what I've always wanted. I interviewed. I thought my interview went great. I didn't get the job. They gave it to somebody else. They told me that she was better than me because she'd been a vice president. They told me that she was better than me because of the experiences that she had. And they told me just to stay in the job that you're in because you're good at it. I was sad. I was mad. I was embarrassed. How could have I not gotten the job that I wanted my whole life? Maybe I wasn't smart enough. Maybe I wasn't good enough. Maybe I should just quit this job and forget my dream of ever being a VP. But you know what I did instead? I put my head down and I worked. I worked hard. I asked questions. I asked questions to the lady that got the job. Her and I ended up with a wonderful professional relationship because I asked her to give me the experiences that I need to become a vice president. And she allowed me to do that as the director of admissions. And so everything was going good, great. I'm thinking things are looking up, it's going good. And with a year of her becoming the vice president, I was diagnosed with stage 3 triple negative breast cancer. And I had the most aggressive form of breast cancer that you can have. The 5-year survival rate for the type of cancer that I had was 20%. So 5 years. I did chemo, I had a double mastectomy, and after surgery I had 6 weeks of radiation and another set of chemo that was by pills, and I was finally feeling better. And I'm thinking, yes, we're back on track, follow the timeline. And it came back. This time, I thought, I'm experienced. I can do this. My goodness, I didn't know I was going to get emotional tonight. I still dreamed of being the vice president. And lucky, COVID hit. And COVID hit, and I got to stay home so that I could do treatment, but I could still work. And I got to work, and I got to learn, and I got to experience it. And as my hair is finally coming back, I became the vice president at NIACC. I hate when I cry. It's the gray hair, people. That's what happens when you get gray hair. You start crying. So guess what? I'm here to tell you, find the people who believe in you. Each one of you have already said that. Find the people that if you have somebody who you know are going to give you a voice that you can't do it, don't tell them. Don't tell them. Figure it out yourself because you know that you're worth it. You know that you can do this. As a young child, you don't realize what people are saying to you indirectly, but we're adults now. Figure out who needs to be in your life, because right now you're graduating, you're starting a clean slate. You get to do whatever you want to do. So go out and do it. And the timeline, sometimes you just got to trust this isn't the right time. The first time around me not getting that job, it wasn't the right time because there was something else coming that I had to take care of. So find the people who support you, ask questions, learn from others that are doing what you want to do, and don't listen to the statistics. I would not be here today if I believed I was one of those 80% of the people who died. You can do this. The girl who didn't want to go to college has the highest degree in her field and is standing up, crying in front of hundreds of people. You can do this too. Dream big, listen to the right voices, set some goals, and be patient with your timeline. The opportunities are endless for you. Congratulations on your accomplishments. Celebrate your success and go make us proud because your success is our success. Thank you.
You know, as this second-year president, I'm glad they finally figured it out and got her as a VP, because my life's been a lot easier, so thank you, Rachel. And also, just thanks for modeling vulnerability and being so authentic, because that's really who you are, and you love NIACC, and that shows, so thank you so much. Andrea, this is a tough one to follow, so we'll be all right, though. I think you have money, right? So that's good, right? So that's right. Get back on script, Joel. Get back on script. I now invite Andrea Mujica, Assistant Director of the NIACC Foundation, to the podium to recognize the high school equivalency students who have earned a scholarship to attend NIACC.
What a great night. You all made it. It's graduation. Congratulations to all of you for completing your high school equivalency diploma. We're proud of what you've accomplished. Each year, the NIACC Foundation offers scholarships to students based on test scores and completion of their HSE diploma. As I read your name, please come to the right side of the stage to receive your award from President Pedersen. The HSE scholarship is designed to encourage full-time and part-time students to continue their education at NIACC upon earning their HSE diploma. Awards are based on high-set scores and are to be used during the 26-27 academic year. Tonight, we are offering a $500 HSE scholarship to the following students: Sarah Baker, Jeremy Beard, Brianna Bryan. Oh, Jeremy. No. Brianna Bryan. Brett Calloway. Weston Giles. Rusty Lievenhagen. Caitlin Licardi. Leah May. Alexander Perez. Braden Petzold. Derek Robbins. Brooke Sharstrom. Jace Spear. Cheyenne Tyre. Cassidy Withers. Let's give them a round of applause. A full tuition scholarship is automatically awarded to the individual with the highest score on the HiSET exam. It is for full-time enrollment at NIACC during the 26-27 academic year, full tuition. This year, the top of class scholarship goes to Logan Martin. Congratulations, scholarship recipients and all of the graduates. Thank you.
Thank you, Andrea. And thank you, the NIACC Foundation, for its continued support of NIACC students and providing this opportunity to the high school equivalency graduates. And now, it is the moment we have been waiting for. It is my distinct pleasure to present the graduates. Patty, please join me to award the diplomas and certificates.
Will the high school equivalency graduates please stand? Graduates, as you cross the stage, hand your name card to me and walk in front of the podium over to President Pedersen, who will present you with your diploma cover. Empower coordinators, please direct graduates to the stage for the presentation of their diplomas. Cassidy Blaine Withers, high school equivalency. Weston Isaiah Giles. Braden Christopher Petzold. Jace Painter Spear. Cheyenne Lynette Tyre. Rusty Lee Levenhagen. Jeremy Michael Beard. Jackson Schroeder. Kenneth David Featherston. Lisa Jo Fiala. Laura Lynn Jones. Michael Joseph Espinosa. Giovanni Aziel Hernandez. Cade Chris Saturn. Carter Noling, sorry. Elena May Jose. Kylissa Elaine Tesdall. Tammy Faye Becker. Congratulations, graduates. Will the NIACC Workforce Academy graduates please stand? Graduates, as you cross the stage, hand your name card to me and walk in front of the podium over to President Pedersen, who will present you with your diploma cover. Empower coordinators, please direct the graduates to the stage for the presentation of their diplomas. Augustin Nieto, Climb Ready Wind Technician. Curtis Street, Emergency Medical Technician. Daimika Spratt, Nurse Aide. Autumn Ratzlaff, Nurse Aide. Taylor Boyd, Nurse Aide. Shaniqua Thurman, Nurse Aide. Emma Ahrens, Nurse Aide. Stephen Thomas, Nurse Aide. Dawn Smith, Phlebotomy. Zoe Weigel, Phlebotomy. Ty Lucas, Production Welding. Jeffrey Dolly, Production Welding. Barry Holden, Professional Driver, CDL. Rachel Linden, Professional Dog Grooming. Haley Warnicki, Professional Dog Grooming. Gardenia Guzman, Professional Dog Grooming. KJ Rose Schiff, Professional Dog Grooming. Margaret O'Hara, Professional Dog Grooming. Emily Sandy, Professional Dog Grooming. Cassidy Cherry, Professional Dog Grooming. Congratulations, graduates.
Congratulations to all of our graduates. Before we end this evening, I would like to thank the NIACC instructors and staff on the back of your program. Please stand so we can recognize your commitment to students. These individuals are responsible for instructing and supporting the graduates who are here tonight. Every one of these individuals is passionate about student learning and success. Thank you for your excellent work and dedication. We truly hear, I couldn't have done it without my teacher, my Empower coordinator. You heard that tonight. Also, a huge thank you to all of you for coming. Not only do we appreciate your support tonight, but also the support that you've provided throughout your students' learning journey. And finally, graduates, leave here tonight with confidence and be proud of what you have achieved. Leave with hope for the future and never stop learning. Now, President Pedersen will close the ceremony.
Graduates, please stand. Today you stand here not only as students who have completed their studies, but as individuals who have shown exceptional resilience and determination. The tassel on top of your cap is more than just a symbol. It represents the knowledge you've gained, the obstacles you've overcome, and the dreams you are ready to pursue. Moving your tassel from one side to the other is a tradition that marks your transition from student to graduate. As you prepare to move your tassel, remember that this moment is a testament of your hard work and commitment. By the authority vested in me as president of North Iowa Area Community College, I hereby charge you with the rights, privileges, and responsibilities of all NIACC graduates. To yourself, your family, and your community. Class of January 2026, you may move your tassels to the left. Audience, please rise and let us pay our respect to our graduates by remaining standing until the conclusion of the recessional. As president of North Iowa Area Community College, I hereby declare this commencement ceremony concluded. Please join us for refreshments in the Muse Norris Conference Center. The warmest route is out the auditorium doors and to the left. Staff is available to provide directions. Thank you and best wishes.